Welcome back to part 2. We ended on part 1 with us finding out that these heifers out here dating and they washing, cooking, cleaning for a man that ain't even their man. Okay, this is part 2 of Date Like a Hoe, Not as a Wife. Let's go. Because I'm befuddled. I'm flabbergasted. I'm befuddled. Dating and you're cleaning? Where the blood clot keep yourself? No, man. Cooking for them. Okay, the cooking one depends. Because if part of the date was you come over and we Netflix and I cook some da da da, cool. But if you mean like religiously every day they eating, you don't have to eat, sir. You can be hungry. Given bedroom activities, we get attached this way. They don't. Exactly. I can't believe cleaning and cooking during dating. Jesus. Somebody said date for the experience. Um, Date for the experience. Don't waste people's time. So if you're dating for the experience, date people that is also dating for the experience. If you're dating for fun, date people that is here for fun. If you're dating because you just want to, a little hookup here or there, friends with benefit, then do that. Don't meet somebody that says that they're looking for a wife. Don't meet somebody that says they're looking for a husband and then waste that person's time. Right? Don't do that. That's not kind. You're playing with someone's emotion. That is not kind. So you're going out to dinners and you're like, well, I'm eating food and having a good time. Don't play with someone's emotions like that. It's unfair. He could have been on a date with someone else. Scorpion Empress says, as soon as you become detached from the need to be chosen, you'll live your best life just living for moments. I get that. I mean, can't, again, when they don't choose you, it's a blessing. You could have wasted your time. You could have wasted your time. Somebody said also, when you take away SEX, you become lethal. No SEX equal no oxytocin, no attachment. Hello. Some of y'all do get attached emotionally. Cuckoo, right? But yes, I agree with this statement completely. And sometimes they show their true colors because you're not having SEX. I believe that SEX should be natural, right? So it happens naturally. And you shouldn't be going out of your way to make it natural. And it can't be natural for me if I don't know you. So if we're still dating to get to know each other, that I don't know you, then how are we having SEX? Who am I having SEX with? Why are we having SEX? Because I'm gonna have SEX because I like you. I find you emotionally attractive. I find you mentally attractive. Look at you, big fella. So why are we having sex if I'm not feeling any of that? Yeah, nah, bro. Nah. So somebody said when you take away sex, it makes it better, and somebody right here said nah, they disagree. Miss Kata says, I just want to have fun. If you don't have any fun for me, I'm turned off. I don't want to know about your problems either, and I won't tell you mine. Why would you be on a date exchanging problems? You go on a date to get to know the person. How does problems get into it? Literally, I'm checked out same time. I don't know you or like you that much to care. Dating, your problems is your problems and my problems is mine. That's a red flag for me. Somebody said I hate sharing my problems so much. Like, what were you doing before I came along? It's given red flag for me personally. We're not at the level where you can tell me. We're not at that level yet where I'm your support system. This is where the F I'm at. I just want fun and place my boundaries on things that I do not want currently. People says this. Somebody said my detachment style is icy. I'm all about the ghosting and blocking, right? Katie says I might never see this dude again. This unlocked a new confidence in me. Bingo, flip the script. Yes, because you cannot control the outcome. Yes. If the person don't want you, look at it as a blessing that he didn't waste your time. And keep on going because the person for you is out there. All right. I used to always tell people I don't want to get married or have kids, and then they used to get obsessed anyways and want to settle down. Obsession is not a good trait. Obsession, possessiveness, clinginess, those are not good things. So be careful. Somebody say, yes, good point. Somebody said, I told my recent ex the same thing. 1 year down the line, he proposed. Of course, I rejected. Every time we fight, he'll say, yeah, all the women out there want to get married. Why don't you? You are bewitched. A person that can't respect my wishes is the person I can't date because why are we dating? especially if we've had the conversation. Why am I talking to you? Because you're obviously not hearing anything. That would irritate me. I would feel it in the pit of my stomach. I would become so irritated. And if I'm irritated with you, we're not in a good space. So we need to get back in a good space. And if I stay irritated too long, you're going to be single. Because I don't be irritated when I'm by myself. I have nothing but peace. So if I'm irritated today and I'm irritated tomorrow because you still can't seem to grasp the concept of hearing what I say and hearing what I meant when I said it, even though I'm telling you what I said, we need to break up. And if I told you that I don't want to get married and you propose, that means that that's a manipulation tactic because I already told you that I don't want to get married. That would make us break up. I would break up with you and can't take you back because you're not listening to my wishes. You're not respecting my wishes. I said I didn't want to get married. Why would you propose? You think that, so you're trying to use marriage as a tool to get me where you want me because that's what most women want. That means you don't know me because you would know that I'm not most women. I'm speaking on behalf of Popes Del Rey, right? That's crazy. And then he's going to say you're bewitched, right? You're cursed just because you don't want to get married. But bitch, I told you. I don't know. Just things like these irritate me. So something must be wrong with me. Jenny said, I honestly really don't want this marital commitment, and people think I'm insane for it. And people think I'm insane for it. Not everybody wants. I don't know a lot of married people that's truly happy. There are few, but most are not. You talk to a lot of these wives, they are not happy. They got what society said they should have, a marriage. They got what society said they should have, kids. They had a kids before they reached 30. They were glad to run and get pregnant and get married because they were coming up on that 30 and they don't want to be in that box where they don't have it. And then they find themselves washing, cooking, cleaning, doing everything. And they're so unhappy. And then there's expectations put on her during the household of you need to cook every day. I don't want to eat out. I don't. When you're single, I didn't cook today. I bought food. And tomorrow, if I feel like buying food, I'm gonna buy some more food. And the day after that, if I feel like buying, I'm gonna buy more food. Get what I want. I wanted a patty. I said patty. But I want a patty today. I'm gonna buy a patty. And if I wake up tomorrow and feel like, something, I eat a patty again because the patty is nice, I'm gonna buy another patty. And the day after that, if I want patty, I'm gonna buy another patty and cocoa bread. Cocoa bread. But if you're in a relationship, now you have to consider your partner. And if your partner is saying, babe, we ate out yesterday and today, I want cook food today, but you're not in the mood to cook, that was an issue. Single is not that bad. It's peaceful over here. You hear me? Very peaceful. So I understand the people that don't want to get married and don't want to have children. Children are a responsibility and that everybody's responsible. Children take energy, they take your patience, they take your attention, they become the center of you. Like everything starts revolving around the kids, whether you like it or not. Because you can be at work and they call you and say the child is sick and you have to come get the kid. That you can't do nothing but that. And there are days where you might want to lay in bed all day. When you have a kid, you can't do that. I promise you that kid gonna want to hop and jump and skip and rip and bip. And it's unfair to that child to force that child to sit down when you should be the one getting up and taking the child to the park. They can have them using all that energy. You know what I mean? So Bree says, when you start approaching dating like this, it's so fun. When you're carefree, happy, and in the moment, it makes you magnetic and people gravitate towards you, especially when I solo travel. Some of the best experience happened because I was going with the flow and genuinely enjoying myself. Going with the flow is nice. Mara says she feels the same way. She agrees with this. Angie says, you're absolutely correct. I used to have a date planned at least 5 days a week. Listen, Angie. You said I'm not taken. I'm single and I'm out here to mingle. Who want to go out and have some fun? We can go dancing. We can go eat. We can go this. We can go that. We can get to know each other. I like Angie, man. Angie said, man, you can call me if you want to or not. My eggs wasn't all in your basket, big fella. Somebody said your face card is stunning. Somebody said, I promise, I don't give a F about anything in life has never been sweeter. Kira says, this is true sovereignty. You've stepped into your royal bag. You have your crown on your head. You hear me? Every woman needs to learn this skill, and once you do, life will become better. And remember, you are that girl, no matter single, engaged, married, divorced, or just for anyone having fun. You're that girl. Again, no, be confident in you are her, she is you. And so if you go on a date and he don't call you back, think of it as your guardian angels that's making sure he don't hit you back, because the guardian angels know things that you don't know. Guardian angel know he be whooping. Guardian angel know that y'all would have be divorced in 3 years. Guardian angel know he don't want to get married. He won't tell you though. Guardian angel know he's a serial dater. There's things that you don't know. Guardian angel know he's into certain types of women. You're not that. You're really not his type of woman. And just take it as a blessing and go on about your day. People agree with that. Mara, who's the creator, agreed with that. And she came back and said, I love y'all. Stay sexy, intelligent, and always have your own motion, being your authentic self. Yes, have your own motion, so you're so busy into yourself that you're not just sitting around waiting for him to call you. You're sitting around, I went on a date last night. I wonder if he's going to call me today. You don't have no motion, sis. You would have gotten up and went out. If he call me, call me. If he don't, he don't. And when he call, you might be busy. Do you want to go out Thursday? I can't. But I can go out Friday or Saturday. You have to be, gotta let me know now. Somebody said detachment is the game, and it's a game changer for real. Yeah. Nothing is ever a loss if the goal was to experience. Exactly. Exactly. Clock that, right? I did this on a first date, and he's still here giving me everything I want and need 7 years later. Bless you, sis, and bless him. Somebody said the less you care, the more they want you, and the better energy you give out. Somebody said I started wearing brighter colors. I know, very small, but it's a very different energy. Somebody said detachment is an art form. Somebody said I never feel bad. I feel protected when they don't pursue, because I know they know I'm too good for them. Or they just know maybe I'm not too good for him, but he knows that he sees that there's something in me or something that I lack that he requires in a partner. So he realizes that for him, I would not be enough. Or maybe I be too much. Maybe you talk too much, you do too much. Who knows? God bless everybody, right? But he knows. And so I'm grateful to him for being that observant, that in tune with himself, and to not waste my time. Shout out to him. I'm only gonna take a few more and then I'm out. Somebody says, I actually treat it like a stage. I actually treat it like a stage play, a fun one. And scene, action. Somebody said, I no longer date, period. I hope you don't no longer date because of a bad experience. There are great people out here, but I respect your wishes. Somebody said, with my ex-husband, I was so attached and obsessed. Ooh. Then it went so bad. Ooh. Now I just say, enjoy the moment. Don't plan a future in your head. Yes. If they call, they call. If they don't, they don't. No feeling will last forever. Yes. Somebody said dated as a man. Way better. So have a man's mentality when you're dating, and it'd be so much better. Somebody said, I stopped asking what are we. I started to enjoy the moment, knowing someone until it lasts. Okay, I think you're talking about SEX. I'm not asking you what are we. I think the date will speak for itself. Let's say we're going on a date and it's wonderful. Okay, so you asked for a second date. We're going on a second date. All right, cool. And then we're going on a third date. All right, cool. If by the time we are like physically close to each other, not intimacy, but physically close to each other, maybe you hold my hand or something like that. If by that time you haven't already asked me, inquired about dating and am I with somebody or something, then I already know you probably is looking for friends with benefit. But I'm gonna give you grace to, if I have to ask you what are we, I'm gonna just start talking to you. Because you are not dense. You're not stupid, you know. Somebody say yes. My motto is hot and having fun. Detached from the outcome and just vibing. Setting expectations and trying to guess or figure out what's going on has led me nowhere. Just being flirty and having a good time. Somebody said, I've been dating like a wife and I'm 28. This stops tonight at 2. Woo! Washing, cooking, cleaning is crazy, baby. Somebody said, think of them as your employee and that you're the boss. My problem is that I don't want randoms or just anyone in my energy. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. That's why you can't just see me walking down the road and ask me on a date. I don't know you like that. So I don't know how I'm going to meet nobody, child. But we have to actually have a conversation. And I talk to you and I'm like, okay, I like your energy or whatever. Okay, we can go on a date. And I'm not planning the date. If you call me, you want me to plan a date off the top, I'm blocking you. So now it was for you to figure out either what I like or take me to something that you like. And then I see how you go about it. And from there, I might not call you back or accept your call or whatever. But not wanting randoms in your energies, you don't have to give over your energy. Having a conversation, I mean, every day we go to work, every day we walk and we talk to people, every day you go to cashiers, every day you talk to, you interact with people every day. They're not all in your energy. So it's the same thing with dating. I go out and I have a conversation. Is this a conversation? It's like asking the cashier how much for the fries or something. That's all it is. And if it ends, well, who cares? Somebody say, yes, girl, I'm all for fun, but I had my fun before. Now I'm at a mindset where a guy is asking me out. I'm just saying no. I have no energy to waste, even if it's free dinner. But that means you don't like him then. You don't see compatibility there then. That's different. But if you actually see compatibility, then it's not a waste of energy. I guess because they say they want to have fun. But if you're having fun, then you're not wasting energy. If you're in a good vibe, just having a good time, then you're not wasting energy, are you? I don't know. It's much more fun when you don't care. It took ages to realize this. I figured this out without realizing it. It's my life. The end goal is not a relationship with someone else or a man. The end goal is a relationship with me. So if you can add to it, great. And if not, great. Keep it pushing. Somebody said this is so legit. After investing the last 10 years of my life as a household, ooh, this is fabulous info. I'm building up my dating portfolio for when I get back out there. And this will be my last comment. The Bedford method says, I don't think you stop dating like a wife. I think you stop putting unnecessary pressure on yourself and the man before the relationship even had a chance to develop. Yes. Because you can date as a wife with the understanding that can't nobody ask me to be no friends with benefit. I'm here dating because I want to be somebody's wife. Now nobody's trying to benefit. Not somebody you call at 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning when you trying to get your rocks off. Not somebody that you just come see. Not just a temporary thing. I want long term. I just won't throw all my eggs in your basket too early. I would just let it play out normally. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. There's a difference between having boundaries and leading with worst case scenarios. If a boundary needs to be set it when the situation actually happens. In my opinion, that keeps you more present and allows you to judge a man's actions instead of trying to predict his intentions from day one. Ironically, a man who's only pretending to be a good guy can still play the role if he wants to. True. That's why I think being present and observing consistent behavior is often more effective than trying to prevent every possible bad outcome up front. Like I said, dating is to see if you and this person is compatible. If all you're having is fun, that means you ain't paying attention to the person's behavior, the person's mindset, you're not listening to their conversation, you're not paying attention to the things that actually matter. You need to pay attention to the things that actually matter, the things that you're gonna have to wake up with every single day. Don't show up and think you're his wife. Don't show up and think that you're his girlfriend. Don't date him and assume that because you are not dating somebody else, he's not dating somebody else. And if you have to ask him, what are we, then you already have the answer. Because if he wanted you, he'd have cuffed you. I'm gonna give this advice, but it's not for everybody. This is for the women that want to a long-term relationship, that want that very seriousness, that super seriousness. You can't be just out here having sex. You have to hold off on sex. And it's not a punishment and it's not a weaponized thing. It's a sex is I want long term. I don't want short term. I don't want friends with benefit. I need to know what we are specifically before we have sex. I need to know that this has the foundation to become long term before we have sex. But that's just me. All right, so I'm gonna read this one and stop. Somebody says, started doing this and I am having a ball. I look at dating as an experience with no time frame, meaning I tell men that they can be here for a second, a minute, an hour, a day, or a week. I'm just enjoying this moment right now. Somebody said, one took me shopping. This was after I made him super comfy. Went to grocery shopping. Haven't heard from him since he left. He took you grocery shopping? I don't understand. How y'all end up there? Whatever. But that's it, y'all. Again, don't show up to the date with expectations already. Don't show up to the date and say, oh, I had one date yesterday. Date was so good. I really want him. No, no, no. No, no, no. Because now you have an expectation of what you want him to. You want this relationship to work so bad that you're willing to zoom past red flags. You know what I mean? You're going to crash at the intersection because the light is red and you're still trying to go. Okay? Don't do that. but still have the intentions that I want to be somebody's wife, not somebody's jump off, not somebody's little skeet, skeet, you know what I mean? And just love yourself, remember that you're worth it. And if he didn't call you back, it's because he realized that it wasn't going to work. And he could have wasted your time, a month, a year, 5. You could have left the situation with a kid that he's not taking care of, right? Or he could have just stopped talking to you, and he did. That's a blessing. All right. Anyways, you already know me. I stay lurking in these internet streets. You can find me in somebody's internet comment section, reading comments. I might just read your comment. All right. Have a good day.